Okay, guys, as I said, right now we are going to learn how can we use light without having this one. So the light that we are going to use right now is called image-based lighting, or in another name is called IBLO. So IBLO is image-based lighting. So what is IBLO? So before going any more further, let's try to delete this light we do have from the scene right now. Delete this one and also delete the other one right there. Our scene is black, as I said. Click on visual, click here. It's called atmosphere. Scroll down, then you will face image-based lighting or IBL. This is another kind of light. So once you click there, IBLO, it means the lighting you see here from the scene coming from this picture here. So if you increase the strength, it means the scene will be even much brighter. Sometimes you can even change that picture. So we don't like that picture. Once you delete, the lighting will be gone. So let's say we are clicking right there. And once you click there, you want to put your own picture. Let's say we want this kind of reddish icon logo. And once you click open, the scene will also be kind of a red. But right now, or the trick that I'm going to teach you guys is let's try to use the lighting that will be good and cinematic light. I do have this kind of a pictures called they called HDRI. Or sometimes you can just use a normal picture. Let's start by using both of them. I do have this picture right here, AI generated image. Once I click right this picture, I can increase the light. Then you can do have the lighting we have. So the IBLO has generated this light. Okay, this is a light from our IBLO, and we can change another picture as well to see the different result that can be generated. Okay, this picture has a Batman in it. Once we change it, you can see all these colors will try to be generated here. Okay, these colors will generate a lighting in this image. So once you do it more than once, you change another color in another picture, different pictures. Then at the end of the day, you can have the pictures that you might prefer even more. So sometimes, guys, let's say there's many pictures. You are trying a bright pictures. What will happen? Click this, honey, for instance. Once you paste it, also the scene will be bright. So even if you are using a bright image, the scene also will be the same thing, will be bright. So sometimes instead of using lights, you can just use images. The image that you think it will be bright, then it will give the same result to the your scene. So right now, let's say you do like this one, but you want the shadow. How can you get the shadow without the light? Don't worry. In iClone, you can do that. Just click here on a create and you can create shadow. Even shadow can be created. You can create this shadow to be directional shadow, spot shadow, or point shadow. Okay? But before directing or having this shadow, there one thing I want to tell you. The same spot here where you found image-based lighting, come back up here. There's something called ambient occlusion. This ambient occlusion is something that will create for you a tiny shadow on the object. Let's pull this one close. If you're adding this one here, adding this to be 100, you can see it's already started to create this kind of a small shadows on the object. Even this one, you can see there is a shadows on the object that you do have. This one and this bias, lower this to 0. Then you can have kind of a darkness or kind of a shadow on your object. And another thing, you want an actual shadow. So come here to create shadow caster, directional shadow. Once you do one click right there, the shadow will be generated. So if you click the scene, there is no any light you created here, but you already have the light and you also have the shadow. And another thing, you can modify this shadow to increase the darkness of this shadow. And one thing about this shadow caster, you can change the color of the shadow. If you click right here, You can change the color of this shadow. Maybe you don't like this kind of black shadow, then you can change it to some certain thing, maybe a bluish or brownie or any kind of shadow you like, bluish color, reddish, any kind of shadow you prefer. So this is how you can create shadow on iClone with only using auxiliary light, and how to create light in another ways. So after having this tutorial, guys, welcome to watch my another tutorial, which is very, very interesting to trying creating your first scene. So this next tutorial, you will learn how can you create your first scene on iClone. Thank you for watching this one.